Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem El Shai, Shem Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of you elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, The Prophets Knew About Herbs and Knew How to Heal Israelites. There's plenty of references in the script. I'm not going to go to a lot of these precepts. Let the Spirit jump on me. That these great men of the Lord, I would say all of them had some knowledge, or some of them, let's say, had some knowledge of the herbs, and there were you had physicians in Israel. A physician is different than a doctor. A physician healed you through herbs, through diet. Now you're looking at this picture right here. Now, any member of the IUIC looking at this picture right at this still right here? I didn't pause it to make him look like his eyes are bugged out to make mockery. I paused it here because I noticed something, and I could be wrong, but I doubt it. If you notice I have a pic. I forget the brother's captain, whatever title he had. Okay, this is him 8 years ago. Look at that. That's him. See the eyes? See the eyes? This is 11 months ago. All right, wait a minute. I'm trying to find it good. Okay. Not that much change. You don't see the eyes popping out of his head like right here. Let me play a little of this.
Out.
Right.
Vote them out of power.
Right.
How is this? How are the people that enslaved and had you as a slave gonna now give the slave the power to vote you out of power?
Right.
Somebody make.
Now I could be wrong. I needed to get maybe a closer, but it clearly looks like his eyes are popping out of his head. And if that's the case, I'm comparing this 8 years ago. This is 11 months ago, year ago. You notice he's not wearing glasses. Not wearing glasses. He looks very young right here. You see that it's the same brother. Help me out, give me the brother's name. But here you can see the eyes. So we as prophets, claim to be prophets, you're supposed to know, hey, the scriptures say, know the state of thy flock, right? So the state means the condition. So if you're sick, you're not in good condition. You either have your diet, your diet, the herbs that you take, the amount of sleep that you get. People get sick all the time, and other people never get sick, and they're always healthy. They energize. The next person you see, could be in their 40s, looking like they're in their 60s, and that's from years of beating your body down and deficiencies, whether there's certain herbs, certain nutrients, vitamins. You got to get a balance. Anyway, let me give you a precept. I didn't put anything together, so this is not medical advice. This is just something that I noticed. You gotta know herbs. You gotta know chemicals. You gotta know herbs. Because you got to spend it you got to stay away from this man's hospital system unless you get shot or stabbed or something like that. But if you get sick, you search out, to find out what the symptoms are. You may look it up. As simple as going to Google, putting in these symptoms, and you'll put things together, and you realize, oh, this is the condition that I'm suffering. So you may search out how to reverse this condition naturally. You get a whole lot of articles, you get videos. That way, you stay your black ass out the hospital. So, like I said, that was an observation. He's wearing glasses here. His eyes, let me bring this back. Get a good picture right here. And I ain't snapping on him and nothing like that. It's just something that I noticed. Okay, see? Right there. You can watch this video. And you can this is the one that was put up 11 months ago. You don't see him with glasses on. And I think a month or two later he's wearing glasses. Or these look like prescription glasses. That's a deficiency in lutein, lutein for the eyes, carotenoids, greens. So this will save you from rushing to the doctor. Wearing what it looks like. He's a regular guy. He's not wearing them, and they look like prescriptions. They could be dollar store glasses. I don't know, but I believe they're prescriptions. But the eyes are bulged. They're not bulged right here. He's not wearing glasses. He looks 10 years younger. Even here, 11 months ago, big difference. Now wearing glasses, and this is, we're talking about a difference of 11 months, not even a year. So the eyes, you need carotenoids. Like you got carrots, like people eat carrots. Your eyes are going to eat carrots. Also lutein. Something that's, you can get a lot of lutein from is if you do a green smoothie, one of the things that you put in the smoothie is, or juice it, is cilantro. If your eyes are kind of, foggy, blurry, you do the cilantro in your smoothie. You get a whole bunch, and you might use a quarter of it. Don't use the whole thing. I used to use the whole thing, and you get the leaves. The stems you can put in there, I do that too, but the stems are tangled. Get your juicer or your thing all. There's a lot of cleaning you got to do, so just try to get the leaves and your green juice or your green smoothie, and the very next day your eyes are going to clear up. This is not medical advice. Also, this is called what is it? There's a new ESOL in the medical field. What they do is they'll give you names of these different diseases, and these diseases were back 100 years ago, 200 years ago, but they changed the name. Oh, this is a new. No. It's the same disease. They just keep changing the name. There's a new disease. Nothing new under the sun. But I mean, there's new diseases as far as the scriptures are concerned, Deuteronomy 28. So now this right here, it looks like he's suffering from Graves' disease, which they call it something else. But they're saying, oh, Graves' disease is different. It's a TED. The E represents I, and the D represents disease. I forgot what the T represents. This is new. When you watch these different shows and you see the commercials, these drug commercials, pharmaceutical commercials, they call it TED. Something. Matter of fact, let me do this. TED. So I don't think it's going to come up. Let me do this. Graves' disease. Anybody can find out that what the TED stand for. The E and the D represents eye disease, which is nothing but Graves. But they say, oh, that's a TDD is different from Graves. It's a Graves' disease and is an autoimmune disorder. Now you know what autoimmune means? It means when your immune system attacks itself. Oh, you're suffering from autoimmune disease. That means your immune system that's supposed to be working for you, immune meaning in service, supposed to be working for you. Any diseases, anything foreign in your system, when you get sick, when you get a cold, you recover from a cold or a flu because your immune system is working. So there's certain things in your body that triggers the immune system to say, well, that thing is bad, let's attack it. It's your body attacking itself. I might even look that up. Okay, Graves' disease is an autoimmune disorder that leads to an overactive thyroid gland, which is hyperthyroidism. The thyroid is right where your neck is, and it looks like a bow tie. An autoimmune disorder is a condition that occurs when the immune system mistakenly attacks healthy tissue. So your body's out of order. You know, your diet, you have deficiencies, vital nutrients, minerals, trace elements. Graves' disease is an autoimmune disorder that involves overactivity of the thyroid, hyperthyroidism. Now I got it. TED represents, I believe it's thyroid eye disease, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. So you see that? See that bug? That's one of the symptoms is bugged out eyes. And the culprit is the thyroid gland. That's it right there. Let me open it up. Okay, what is grave disease? How common is grave disease? Who is more likely to have grave disease? And Jake be getting that a lot because of the diet. And the thyroid, what you need is iodine, so forth. Let me go to symptoms. Let me see over. Let me go to symptoms. Can be wide ranging. They can include a slight tremor of the hands or fingers, heat sensitivity, weight loss, and enlarged thyroid gland, bulging eyes, thick red skin on the shins or feet, menstrual cycle changes, problems getting an erection, low sex drive, and fast or irregular heart. You don't want a fast or irregular heartbeat. What is that called? There's another name for it. Is arrhythmia. When your heartbeat is not is off, you can stroke out. You can catch a heart attack. So I told you what to treat it. I mentioned two things that you can treat it with. Let me do something here. Come on now. When Judas Maccabees, when they fled into the mountains, what did they do? They ate the herbs. So Judas Maccabees, as Levite, knew about herbs, medicines, medicines in nature. Thyroid, what is it? What it is, function and problems. Your thyroid is an important endocrine gland that makes and releases certain hormones. Your thyroid's main job is to control your metabolism. And a lot of Jakes they don't get like a little chubby. You got Jakes that are mega fat. Esau too. That's your diet. And then you got all kind of diseases that come with being morbidly obese. Hey, you go to the doctor, you got this sickness, that sickness, and they'll treat you, but they won't tell you got to lose weight. You lose weight, you got diabetes, no longer diabetes. Lose weight, high blood pressure, high blood pressure. Lose weight, exercise, eat right, balance, arrhythmium, if I'm saying that right. Your heart is out of rhythm. Arrhythmia. What happens when the thyroid gland is not working properly? Hyperthyroidism is a common condition where the thyroid doesn't create and release enough thyroid hormone into your bloodstream. This makes your metabolism slow down, also called underactive thyroid. Thyroid hyperthyroidism thyroidism can make you feel tired, gain weight, and be unable to tolerate cold temperatures. Okay, there's a disease called Hashimoto disease, thyroiditis, and itis. Anytime you see the word itis, it means inflamed. Gary Knowles says all diseases come from acidity in your body. Graves' disease, goiter, thyroid nodules, and thyroid. It can lead to thyroid cancer. You don't want no. You don't want this. You don't want the C word. And you know about herbs and you know about you're a chemist and you know about herbs. You can become a millionaire. Okay, where did I say I was going to go? Oh yeah, let me go to the Apocrypha, and I'm going to give you one precept. See what comes up. Wow, 18 times. Better is a den of herbs where love is than a stall ox and hatred therewith. Romans 14:2. For one believeth that he may eat all things. That don't mean pork. It means all things that are lawful. Another who is weak, eateth herbs. Because why do you eat herbs? Herbs heal you. Then when you get healed, you stop eating that particular herb. Passover, eat it with bitter herbs. Herbs. Proverbs 27:25. The hay appeareth, and the tender grass showeth itself, and herbs of the mountains are gathered. Keep that in mind. Herbs of the mountain are gathered. What did the Maccabees do? Judas Maccabees do? I believe it was 9 men, if I'm not mistaken. And to keep alive, they ate the herbs, so they knew what herbs to eat. As comparing herbs to poisonous herbs. Okay, Deuteronomy 11, verse 10. For the land whither thou goest in to possess it, it is not as the land of Egypt, from hence ye came out, where thou soughtest thy seed and watereth it with thy foot as a garden of herbs. When dogs get sick, you take them for a walk, they eating grass, chlorophyll. The Lord said, how long shall the land mourn herbs and the herbs of every field wither? I will dry up all the herbs. Let me modify and go to the Apocrypha. Okay, let's read this backwards from the bottom to the top. Second Ezra 12, verse 51. But I remain still in the field 7 days. This is Ezra, the prophet slash high priest, as the angel commanded me, and did eat only in those days of the flowers of the field, and had my meat of the herbs. Now, them prophets was in shape. Second Ezra 9, verse 26. So I went my way into the field, which is called Ardeth, like as he commanded me, and there I sat down among the flowers, and did eat of the herbs of the field, and the meat of the same satisfied me. Herbs are also known as meat, and had my meat of the herbs. Genesis 1:29. In the beginning, before Noah, they ate herbs. They didn't eat. They were what do you call it? Herbivores. Herbivores. They devoured herbs. When they started eating meat is after Noah. That's why one of the first laws that the Most High gave to Noah was the animals. When you kill the animals, drain the blood out. Why didn't you tell that to Adam and the people before Noah? Because they wouldn't eat meat. Second Maccabees 5, verse 27. But Judas Maccabees with 9 others or thereabout withdrew himself or themselves into the wilderness, and lived in the mountains after the manner of beasts, with his company, who fed on herbs continually, lest they should be partakers of the pollution. You got something in your body that's tearing, that's you ate something bad, you take herbs. You got probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics. Hey, the Israelites complain about they want to go back into Egypt because of the mixed multitude. They want to go back into Egypt, and they say, "Oh, we miss the onions, the garlic, the leeks." That's in Numbers. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that. Let me do it this way. Leeks. I think that's spelled the right way. Leeks. Let's see if I'm right. I'm right. This is Israel talking crap. It said no. Numbers 11 verse 5. Oh, and by the way, when you read this, matter of fact, let me open this up. Okay, second Numbers 11 verse 2. And the people cried unto Moses, and when Moses prayed unto Yahweh, the fire was quenched, and he called the name of the place Taberah, because of the fire of Yahweh burnt among them. And the mix, and the fire, let me do this. Let me read the whole chapter. Okay, first verse. And when the people complained it displeased Yahweh, and Yahweh heard it, and his anger was kindled, and the fire of Yahweh burnt among them and consumed them that were in the uttermost part of the camp. There were people way in the back saying, "Yeah, what the fuck? We in the wilderness, man. We doing better in Egypt." So that ship, the cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night, was a gigantic ship that lit up. It could have been 25 miles in diameter. We don't know how big the ship was, and the ship didn't have to gas up. The ship was up there in the air for 40 years. The energy come from the elements. Most High could give this man that power. He can give him the power where you don't need no gas. Esau will kill you if you come. I got a thing. You don't need no more gas. They'll kill that dude. Oh, speaking of killing, let me come over here. Where am I? Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I X'd it out. I think I did. That's all right. This guy that he was a head of state. He got a assassination attempt on him, and there was a reason why he got. They attempted to, take him out. I'll go into that later. So Yahweh brought the Israelites and a mixed multitude out to the wilderness, and the Most High was having the ship shoot lasers and killing Jake. Right, because of the fire of the Lord that burnt among them, meaning that Most High was taking them out. Fifth verse, and the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting, and the children of Israel also wept again. So these mixed multitudes, they said, we should have stayed in Egypt. We should have stayed in Egypt. And said, who shall give us flesh to eat? I eat blank flesh. Inside joke. We remember. Now this is Jake talking shit. We remember the fish. Now what Jake do you know that don't like fish? Which we did eat in Egypt freely. So the Egyptians did feed him. They fed him good. And by the way, when you go to what is that? Ezekiel 4 verse 9, around there. It goes into how our bread, our food shall be defiled among the Gentiles. That place that Ezekiel was talking about was America, because in Rome we were eating good. We had gardens and stuff. Every captivity was eating good. The only place that we're eating garbage is right here. This is the worst captivity. It says the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlics, probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics. You get sick, you get some organic red onions, chop it up and eat it. Depending on what sickness you got, it'll heal you. So how you going to be a prophet of the Lord and you don't know nothing about the herbs and how to heal yourself? That's why a lot of you niggas listened to your camp leaders and ran and got that jump shot. Get the jump shot. I'm going to die. I got the sniffles. Let me go get the jump shot. And remember, GMS said don't get it. They were asking me, do I get it? I said, hell, I wouldn't get it. So you do what you're going to do, but I wouldn't get it. You give me $1 million, I still wouldn't get it. You had guys, other camps, not gonna mention no names, that told their congregation, well, you gotta get it. You're a punk ass nigga if you don't get it. And during them years, a lot of people dropped dead. Listen to some damn simple believeth every word. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.